I'll see if he's online. Hold on.
Oh man. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, apparently everything is working. Let me find some wood to break over my head.
And today we're gonna review
Ric
Robin in
Flair's
the
last
Hood.
match. Apparently, apparently
Yeah,
that
I
just
don't
happened.
believe
Ric
that
Flair's
yet.
last
I don't
match.
believe that because he's had like 5 or 6
I
last
mean, there are
matches.
clips on the bird.
Right,
Well,
no, but I'm saying
okay.
I don't
I was
believe.
going to say there's proof that it happened on the bird.
Yes, but he's had 5 or 6 last matches.
I honestly think another one would kill him.
I mean, Ric Flair's been in a plane crash, rehabbed himself, then got out of rehab, drank his booze, and started wrestling again.
Well, yeah, that's what you do, right?
I mean, when you're Ric Flair, that's what you do. When you're Ric Flair, you go into debt, with $30,000 bar tabs at the airport.
Well, yeah,
of which 15,000 is yourself.
right. I mean, who doesn't have a $30,000 bar tab? Guys.
I mean,
guys.
That's.
Don't leave me hanging here, bros.
that's just like a weekend for us.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
And that happening kind of connects to the allegations about Rick from the airplane from hell.
Oh, where he helicoptered in the middle of in front of flight attendants and whatnot.
I mean, that's what happened. But the flight attendant claimed he was more aggressive about that. Him helicoptering with his penis was a regular occurrence.
Well, yeah. I was about to say, who hasn't seen Ric Flair's penis?
I don't believe I have.
You want to? I can send it to you. Check your Twitter DMs.
I don't think I will.
But Rick had a last
the
match
number one
in
thing
AEW.
in my main folder.
He had a last match in AEW. He had a last match in the WWE.
He had a last match in Impact, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
Him and Sting were literally the last match of WCW.
Mm.
The first and last match, if I'm not mistaken.
Now he's doing this
main event, at least.
Yeah. Now Rick's doing this as a favor to the Crockett family.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think this could be his legit last match.
Yeah, I mean, from the highlights I saw of it, I would never I didn't want to see any of what I just saw, to be honest.
I mean, after watching his last match on Impact and some of the matches he did on Impact with Mick Foley, I'm like saying, I'm just going to remember the end of your career when you still were good.
Yeah, about that. So, getting on to more pertinent topics.
You
you
mean like this one that I got ready to pull up?
Oh yeah, go ahead. By all means, producer, produce. Holy shit, that's the one I was getting ready to pull up. I mean,
it's almost like after what has it been like? Are we close to 3 years now?
We're over 3 years now, I think.
But I mean, like with me here.
Oh, with you here? I don't know how long you've been here.
But yeah, we've slowly risen to the level of radio quality.
I wouldn't go that
far. Well, I mean, we don't have a Fred with wacky radio sound.
Soundboard. Yeah, well, Ayrton does have a soundboard, but we've never really figured out how to implement it for StreamYard. I used to have a really good one in Discord.
Oh, that one was the best.
Avengers Secret Wars may be based off this 1984 comic series. You
Now,
Well,
fucking
it's
think?
going to be.
Now,
No,
what
it's not gonna
series
be.
is that?
No, it's not.
Church?
It's going to
That
be
would
based off
be
the Hickman Secret Wars.
Marvel Superhero Secret Wars was the full name of the event. It was what was it? 10, 9, 10 issues?
I thought it was 12.
It might have been 12. You're right. The Secret Wars 2015 was 9. And there were so many fucking tie-ins in Secret Wars 2 that I don't even want to begin to try and keep up with it. And let's not forget about Secret War that had nothing to do with the Beyonder or Secret Wars, but was more of a Spider-Man Sam Jackson joint. But
yeah, they're
no,
basing
I don't
off the
think
Hickman
that.
Secret War. We know we're doing that because they
Well,
brought up the incursions in Multiverse of Madness.
Right? Yeah, you're right. But are they gonna go full God Emperor Doom?
Well, I mean, they're going to be starting the new phase with Fantastic Four, is my understanding.
Yeah, but the Fantastic Four that nobody wants because they gave us the Reed Richards we want as a bit of fan service in Multiverse of Madness because I guess we know we're not getting
And then they yeeted him right
what
away.
John whatever the fuck is. Oh yeah, well I mean you all if you've ever read a Marvel comic, you have Jesus fucking Christ, you have
What?
to kill Reed Richards immediately at any point in time. If there is a Reed Richards, it is imperative that you murder him immediately because
But I mean-
Reed Richards exists to fuck shit up.
See,
Like
if-
there's one good Reed Richards in the multiverse, and it's 616 Reed Richards. The rest of them are all evil cunts.
That's a fair point.
now, if I'm putting the new Fantastic Four movie together, it's Black Reed Richards
What?
because Kang's black.
Wouldn't that be
Was it-
Reed Richards?
So since Kang is black, Reed Richards has to be black. And then we have Johnny and Sue both being white, and we make
Yeah.
sure somebody Jewish is Ben Grimm.
And your cis white male is going to be, I'm guessing, Doctor Doom, the bad guy.
Well, I mean, Johnny's not going to be cis because he's going to be polysexual.
What the fuck is polysexual?
He
bang
only fucks
anything
Polly
once.
Pockets,
Oh, okay.
No, he'll bang anything once.
Oh,
especially a
I'm-
Polly Pocket.
Okay, I mean that tracks with the character. Let's be honest.
Hey, an alien chick. I don't even know if she has a vagina, but I'm going to find out.
Right. Right, that's pretty
That-
much
that-
Johnny Storm, yeah.
The big
That's
problem
pretty
is
much how
they'll
it
have
worked
to-
out in the original Secret War.
They'll have to hash out Sue's character because the people who are currently in positions of power in the entertainment industry don't like Sue Storm. They also don't like the Fantastic Four, but they know that they have to have the Fantastic Four. And they don't understand how Doctor Doom relates to characters of the Fantastic Four.
How's it going there, Mr. Commander Classified, aka Mr. Matt Mediker? So
What?
This is Jimbo Papa. Yeah, isn't Commander Classified Matt from
Yeah.
Discord? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his handle
Our-
used to be
our
Matt
con-
Mediker.
Yeah, our Canadian
Ah.
friend.
But so I don't know, man. I've been checked out of superhero shit basically since in Endgame and Infinity War.
The problem is
I
what
watched
they're doing
Multiverse
right
of
now.
Madness. I watched No Way Home and the Venom movies, but I just don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, same.
I mean, these things could be good if they had a good creative vision, but they don't.
Oh, speaking of, real quick, just a quick shout out, Matt in chat. He's He's the reason that I have video games because he showed me the truck that they fall off of.
Huh.
So I'm
Fair.
installing the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater in the background. So if I stop paying attention about halfway through the show, now you know why. I saw that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 was re-released for PC, and I'm just like, well, I'm going to play that. I haven't fallen off of
Now-
a virtual skateboard in 20 years.
Now, is the Kang movie going to be Avengers 4 or 5 rather, or is it going to be 6?
What would Avengers 5 be?
Well, no. 5 is going to be either Kang or Secret Wars, and I don't remember which one it is.
I think you have to do Kang first. I think you have to do Kang first because if you don't, I mean, have they even established a new big bad in Phase 4 or whatever they're calling it?
I think it's phase 5. Isn't it?
We're
5?
going into Phase 5.
Okay.
They're right,
Black
but who is
Panther's
the big
gonna be
bad
the
for Phase
last-
4?
There isn't one.
Okay, so we don't have a bad guy. So God Emperor Doom right now isn't really possible.
Right. But I mean, Kang's in the background
Is he?
So here's
because Kang was in Loki, and there were things that happened.
So
That's
here's San
right.
Diego.
That's
Here's
right.
San Diego Comic-Con, the current Phase 5 plan. So I have no idea what they could do with this.
Is that a Dragon Ball?
Okay.
Is that a Dragon Ball Quantumania?
No,
It
that's
looks
gonna
like
be
the Dragon Ball
Ant-Man.
logo.
That's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
So
I'd rather it
Ant-Man
be Dragon Ball.
So
Same.
Ant-Man becomes a douchebag because of his role in defeating Thanos. And that
Yeah, he
alien
just
needs
doesn't
his
care about
daughter.
his kid anymore. Yeah.
You know, the one thing that made his character interesting.
Right.
Yeah, the only reason he actually like made it out of the microverse is because he cared so much about his daughter, but now that he saved the world, he doesn't give a shit about his family anymore.
And
What the fuck is Echo?
Echo is a spin-off of the Kate Bishop joint.
Fuck
Ah.
that. Don't care. Don't care about the Marvels.
Well, here's the thing. They're going to give Brie Larson a personality transplant, so she's going to be fun and interesting.
That's impossible.
I mean, that's what they're saying is
Um,
going to happen in the movie.
Daredevil, I might give a shot. Honestly, I might give a shot to Agatha as well. I didn't hate WandaVision. I didn't hate it. I mean, I didn't particularly like the way it wrapped up, and I didn't like what they did with Wanda after the fact. But I didn't hate it, and Agatha was kind of one of the cooler characters in that.
And they're going to use Agatha
I
to
don't-
set up
th-
her kids coming out of the multiverse so that they can be available for the Young
Yes.
Avengers movie.
Right? Yeah.
And then I
let's see,
feel
we
like
got
Captain America,
Thunderbolts.
New World Order. I'm gonna have to cosplay as Alex Jones to go watch it.
Yes,
I mean-
absolutely.
I mean, Ayrton,
Um,
don't you normally cosplay as Alex Jones?
Yes. Actually, this is how I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, we can segue to the story about Alex Jones' attorney flipping off the other attorneys.
Wait, what? I missed that.
So at Alex Jones' defamation trial, or
Yeah.
he flipped off his attorneys flipped off the opposing counsel.
yes, I heard about that. And there's a potential.
Oh,
there's,
that's wonderful.
There's a potential debate going on between Nate the lawyer and Viva Frey about the whole Alex Jones thing. Now, he has basically lost a shitload of lawsuits by default, right?
Basically,
So, yeah, essentially the I think it was the original Connecticut one or the Texas filing. The judge basically said he's not allowed to say that he's not allowed to claim that he's innocent or use the First Amendment as a defense in any of these lawsuits going forward. It was something to that effect, which is bullshit. but because I
Alex Jones just rolls up to the witness stand and is like, "I'd like to use the Second Amendment of the defense, Your Honor. I'm just gonna work my way through them until I find one that works."
No, but it's crazy. So I was actually watching his show a lot more at the time that the Sandy Hook happened. So I can distinctly recall him talking about it. And pretty much what he did is interviewed some people that made a documentary compiling a bunch of footage from that day and being like, this doesn't make sense. This is kind of weird. This
Right.
contradicts that. And they just kind of put all that information into like a, I don't know, 45-minute documentary, and he interviewed them. That was about it. That's pretty much all he
You're not
did.
allowed,
He
you're not
made
allowed
some,
to interview people.
he also made some claims. I mean, on some of these shows. I mean, they have videos of it where he's like freaking the fuck out, like he does. I mean,
Well, he's
I don't think
claiming
he should
his
not be
CIA
allowed to do
contacts set
that.
him up.
But
He's claiming his CIA contacts set him up.
why would he openly admit to having a CIA contact, for fuck's sake?
Because his dad was a dentist for the
I mean,
CIA and
clearly
was
he
going to
has
work
one.
on their cyborg project. So he probably has a lot of contacts in the CIA.
He probably does.
I mean, you know Alex's dad worked for the CIA as a dentist.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he
I
talks about it
didn't,
all the time.
actually. But
But you know,
no, I don't know, man. Fucking Alex Jones, like, I hate it for him and everything, but I mean, the man literally could get up there and on the witness stand and just start like pitching super male vitality to the jury, and he would still have a fan base at the end of the day. Like,
I'm still a fan of Alex Jones. He's great.
right. Like, this is I don't understand, like, why he wouldn't just settle these cases instead of dragging them out, but that's just me. Because apparently now he's being accused of like hindering evidence collection during discovery and all that bullshit. And I mean, it's just become a whole big fucking debacle, which we all knew it would, especially around the January 6th timeline and all that other shit. I don't know. I'm kind of over it. I'm tired of seeing Alex Jones in serious contact. I want him to go back to being funny.
hey, you know, speaking of serious context, did you watch the Will Smith video?
Let's take a look at that. I did not. I knew we would end up talking about this.
Hey, Mr. Kill Everything says, yes, this thing is on. Thank you for letting us know. We weren't
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you, Mr. Kill Everything.
Well, since it's
Appreciate
wrong,
it.
I keep forgetting to put the ticker up every show. Okay. Anyways.
Well, I mean, it's important that you let people know
It
that
is.
Ethan Ralph is a sex offender.
Yeah, of the kill streak.
Convicted.
Is a
Convicted
convicted sex offender.
Sex offender, yes. All right. So now this happened what, 4 months ago?
Well, that was when the slap happened.
Right. The Will Smith slap happened 4 months ago. So in internet time, that's literally back when World War II was going on, right?
Mm-hmm. But Will's been going through some therapy.
I mean,
And part of the problem is Will alluded to during the slap that in some of his other mental health issue incidents that he's been going through therapy as an ongoing concern.
I mean, I saw him at the Oscars immediately after he slapped Chris Rock, and it really, really looked like he was remorseful while he was partying. He really looked like he was sorry. Yeah, like he was sorry for what he did while he was dancing with his Oscar.
and his kids were bragging on how he was a real N-word because he slapped Chris Rock.
That's right. That's right. He was a real banger.
But you want to try playing this video for our audience?
We'll have to pause and comment on it. Let's see what we got here. We got 5 minutes and 45 seconds. So if you guys want to say something, just pause it. It's been a minute over the last few months. I've been doing a lot of work. I have a lot of thinking and personal work. You asked a lot of fair questions that I wanted to take some time to answer. All right, so I'm gonna ape the shit out of Moist Critical during this because I think one of his videos auto played and it was concerning this while I was shit faced the other night. And I mean, what's the first thing you hear in this video?
That's something he talked to with his lawyers, his PR team, and his psychologist.
No. Let's back it up. What's the first sound you hear in this video?
Oh,
That's the classic YouTube apology sigh.
it's like I got caught. Now I need to pretend like I'm sorry.
We call that the Shane Dawson, Toddy Westbrook sigh. Every good YouTube apology has it. Let's see. Let's see how well this goes.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech?
So let's pause here
Already?
Okay.
already, because I mean,
Yeah.
why don't you just use Alexa to say that? Like Google Voice. I mean, if you're going to sound like
Well,
a
look,
robot, why would I have a robot say it?
To actually film
That's
his own
fair.
apology video, he had to send his robot in. Okay. He sent his Zuckerbot in to do this apology video for him. He had too much shit to do that day. Motherfucker used a speaking spell to read that question.
It sounds like the fucking
I was
TikTok
fogged
AI
out by
bot.
that point.
Yeah, right.
So he was fogged out. Have you ever been so fogged out, Ayrton, that you've smacked somebody and don't know what
yes.
you're feeling about it?
Not that I remember.
I have been so fogged out when my bald wife looked at me like she was going to stab me in my sleep. If I didn't get up and slap somebody, that I got up and slapped somebody. That
No,
has
Will's going
happened
to talk about that. Will's going to talk about
Oh,
to me.
It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris.
You know what isn't fuzzy?
And the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk. And when
I wonder why he's not ready to talk to a man that slapped the living shit out of him on national television for making a goddamn joke.
And do you guys know what isn't fuzzy? His wife's head.
Oh Jesus! Actually, it is because the hair grows back and it's like a
Well,
brillo.
let's
never mind.
let's continue playing here because you're about to hear something that's interesting.
when he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did.
Mm-hmm. Now you notice he's sounding more sincere about this part of the apology.
No, he's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Well, no, he is.
Oh, no, he is.
He is. Because he upset somebody's mama. That ain't right.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
you don't do that shit. But there's one thing bothering me about, well, a lot, but there's one thing specifically bothering me about this. And if you look in the wall on this video, on the wall of this room, there's a crudely drawn picture that said the world is sick and love is the cure. You think he just slapped that together about 5 minutes before this was?
No. This is a psychologist's office. This is a psychologist's office.
Oh, okay. All right. Does that come out in the video? Am I just getting ahead of myself?
No, I'm just saying that it's obviously a medical office.
That was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. You know, Tony Rock was my man.
Let's pause here for a moment.
This is probably
Let's
irreparable.
pause here for a moment.
Okay.
So, one of his boys was Chris Rock's brother,
Yeah.
and he smacked the shit out of one of his boys' brother
Uh-huh.
on national television in front of God and everybody.
Right.
This just makes this
I don't
make
even think
less
God
sense.
was Larry. I don't even think God was watching the Oscars.
I mean, God has Satan to watch it and tell him what happened.
Well, Satan was there.
Let's keep going here.
All right. Oh shit. That's not what I want.
I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened.
Hold up.
It took you 3 months to figure that out? Hell, the internet had it figured out about an hour after it happened.
Hold up. Church, have you ever bitch slapped somebody?
Oh yeah.
Was it a complicated situation?
Not
No.
usually.
What were there any
The
nuances
motherfucker was
in the
running his mouth, and
situation?
I wanted him to shut the fuck up.
That seems like a pretty simple situation, doesn't it?
Bitch was talking shit. I mean, I was prepared to throw hands, so I threw the first one. It took about 14 seconds to calculate. Motherfucker talking shit.
This again, this whole thing is phony. But I mean, that's one of the more egregious phony moments in this bit.
Well, I mean, let's be honest here, okay? He's saying that he spent the last 3 months like going over this and all this other. This
Back
motherfucker
and to the
beyond
left. Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
Do you think he sat there looking at all the memes?
I mean, probably. His PR person probably got all the memes and said, Chris, you know, this is going to make it so you're not going to be able to get any work for years.
Will, not Chris, Will.
Oh, well, excuse me.
Yeah.
Larry,
Yeah.
do you think all black guys look the same?
No, I sometimes I get things jumbled in my head.
So yeah,
Because they look
his
the same?
PR guy just assembled all the memes, and he sat there and watched them all and picked his favorites, I guess. I really like the one where he crumbles like a bitch. Ooh, I like the one where he flies halfway across the stage after I hit him.
No, Chris, that's not right.
Will.
Or, well, let's keep going.
Base Larry showed up to the chat today.
in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to
I'll unpack it for you. You slapped a motherfucker. Unpack.
all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to
Hold up.
behave.
Hold up. Didn't he say, get my wife's name out of your MFing mouth? Wasn't that what he said?
My wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I mean, seems to me like there was a part of Will Smith at that point in the Oscars that thought that was the right thing to do.
Well, I think maybe
Will
he got
needs-
confused watching it from different camera angles. Maybe the camera was reversed, and he thought it was his left hand that he hit Chris Rock with. I didn't think that was the right. I thought it was the left.
Let's keep going.
In that moment, there's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults.
Let's
After
pause again.
Jada rolled her eyes, did she?
So, remember what happened when Chris told the joke? Will laughed
Yeah.
until Jada
Yeah,
looked
he
at him.
thought it was the funniest shit he ever heard.
I mean, come on, man.
It was funny.
I know it's your
I
wife,
mean, it was
but
a
come on.
good joke. I mean, I would watch G.I. Jane 2 with Jada Pinkett Smith in it. I mean, Chris could have just had some incorrect information. Like, somebody could have just leaked a false PR report or something.
Right.
He might not have even been joking. We'll never know.
But like I said, that joke has nuances to it.
Oh, yeah.
Now that joke has things you can unpack.
I think
Well,
he was just making a joke about her being bald.
Thank you, Ayrton.
Oh,
We appreciate that
No
wonderful
problem.
insight.
No problem.
Well, no,
Or
Jada thinks
insult.
she's as important as Debbie Moore.
Who?
Jada thinks she's more important than Will.
Yeah, and that's incorrect. So that's
Will
part
Smith
of the
just
joke.
slapped the shit out of me.
I mean,
All right, let's
Jada has slept with more people than Will.
oof. Let's get into the part where he talks about how his wife didn't tell him to do it.
After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like, I made a choice.
Let's
Listen
pause
to the
here. Let's
vocal
pause here.
shift.
What?
He's trying to laugh, like
Dude,
pretending like that's funny to him, but he's also
It's not-
like trying to cry.
He
At the
sounds
same
like he's
time.
about to burst out into fucking tears. But it was a very controlled vocal shift. If you watch that back, like we'll run it back real quick here.
Yeah.
Just do this number.
But also, it's like he's trying to
it's
laugh,
like
play it off.
you to talks. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like,
He's obviously lying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can like see his throat tighten when he starts.
Well, it's
talking.
more obviously lying than anything else.
There's several sort of emotions going on there. I think number one, I think he's humiliated by the idea, as a man, his wife had to tell him to smack the shit out of somebody.
No, I think he's humiliated at the idea that as a man, he has no control over his own actions.
Bill Clinton, when he said he didn't have sexual relations with that woman, sounded more convincing than that.
Well, he didn't. His cigar did.
Well, that's fair.
Bill Clinton
But I
was
mean-
not lying. His
But I
cigar
mean, by
had
the
sexual
transitive
relations
property,
with that woman.
but the transitive property, since he smoked the cigar, he kind of did.
Well, I mean, we're not going that nuanced, Larry.
I
No,
still
I
want
mean,
to.
I
I still
made a
want to try the
choice.
Clinton.
All right,
All right.
let's keep going here. Well,
it's like, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it.
let's pause here. Let's pause here.
I'm sorry,
His history
babe.
with Chris. Let's pause here. His history with Chris. You know what his history with Chris is? Chris has made jokes about Jada.
Yeah.
And again, Church, as the one person in this chat right now who's married,
Uh-huh.
if a man has made jokes about your wife, you're not going to laugh about them in her presence, are you?
I mean, it depends.
Depends
Are
how
they in
funny
good
it is.
nature? Well, I mean, are they
Right, no.
good-natured jokes? Am I in a situation where roasting is like accepted behavior?
Right. I mean, like, you're in a situation like Will was. Would you laugh then? And
If I
drunk
saw that
Church is
she
not in the
was
equation.
not having fun, if I saw that my wife was not pleased by a joke being told about her, no, I would not join in the camaraderie of laughing at that joke. If it was mean-spirited or something like that. But in the situation that they were in, they were front row at the fucking Oscars, and a comedian is on stage. Of course he's going to tell fucking jokes about you.
Right.
And also,
He has a history of telling jokes about you at the Oscars. It has happened
also-
before.
And also, if your wife, so you suddenly realize your wife's not cool with the joke, your first reaction would be to talk to your wife, right? Try to calm her down a little bit. Try to settle her.
yes and no. In that environment, I mean, if it was something similar to what happened to Will and Jada, I would probably suggest that we vacate the area, that we just leave. Because obviously nothing good is going to come from any other decision that I would make at that point. Obviously.
But again-
We've seen what comes from any other decision you make at that
But-
point.
But again, you're at the front row, in the front row with a stand-up comedian.
Uh-huh.
I've been up in the front row several times for stand-up comedians, and they always give you shit.
Well, yeah.
No matter what. That's what they do. That's what crowd work is. Don't be a little bitch.
Right. Maybe Will should have slapped Jada instead.
That's going on the screen.
That is something that is not approved of by federal law, just to let you know, in the audience, state law.
No, but every now and then you got to remind them.
And
It's
say
about-
sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us.
Again,
all
you
my
kids who said
fellow-
that this real inward stuff, the heat that
Well-
brought on those kids.
Well, here's the thing. The kids brought the heat on themselves by lauding the behavior.
Yeah.
His kids and his wife were not at fault for his actions until they commented on it and encouraged that behavior. This isn't you can't apologize for them fucking up.
You know, the biggest issue.
You
I
fucked
think-
up, but you didn't fuck up for them.
No, but the biggest issue here with this is, you know, Tupac would have shot him instead of slapped him for that joke. And that's all Jada was thinking about.
No, Tupac would have ran him pockets outside though. No shit. Like Tupac would have waited for him outside and ran his pockets at least, run his shoes.
I don't know
made
what
him-
that
probably
means.
Made him give him his drawers. No, when you give up all your shit, run your shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Run them shoes. Give them to me. They're mine now.
Gotcha.
I forget that you're.
I live in the
you're
country.
not you're not as gangster as I am.
Let's keep rolling that beat footage here.
Nominees, you know, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. You know, it happened on Questlove's award, and you know, it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down?
Let's pause here. Again, that's entirely a question written by a PR agent or an attorney.
Oh yeah.
Or
First
both.
off-
shrink.
Oh yeah. I honestly I can't imagine anybody cares that much anymore. Again, it's been 4 months. This
Yeah.
is something that needed to happen a week later.
And that Will's been going through a decline in his mental health before the slap. The slap
have you-
kind of brought
Apparently.
the light.
You guys saw that video of like Jada filming and him like losing his shit on her?
Yeah, because he didn't want to be filmed.
Yeah.
And she didn't give a shit about his consent at all.
Right, no.
He's in
I
an
mean-
abusive marriage.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a very broken man.
1,000%.
And the
Yeah.
only one of his kids who isn't crazy is the kid that Jada didn't raise.
Yeah.
There's a shock.
Yeah, Trey Smith.
So, I mean,
it just the two of us. The cover that he did with his son came on his first son came on one of my shuffle playlists the other day, and you know, it really makes you wonder if that Will Smith had made it to the Oscars instead of this Will Smith. What would have been different? So let's
keep
find out
going
what he
here.
would say.
To people he disappointed.
So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate
Well,
What?
he's making it about himself. He's using
It's
the language
his
of
central
therapy
trauma.
is disappointing people. And he's using the language of therapy to deflect culpability and responsibility for his own
Oh,
actions and
hold on.
making
Does
other
this
people's
actually work?
pain. No.
Okay, because I was about to say my central trauma is not having 1.5 million right now. I'm gonna need that fixed.
Or the $1.1 billion from the lotto.
For privileged little fuckers, they still try to put more good into the world than their parents. Yeah. I mean, they're weird. They're weird little shitheads, but yeah, this is church. I'll give
But
that to
again,
it.
you also notice how again he's not really conveying emotions when he's talking about what his central trauma is, and he's saying a lot. So he's reading this off of a teleprompter.
when I let people down. So
You can see his eyes moving.
It hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me.
He needs to give his best actor Oscar back. I mean, this is a terrible performance.
but also he's been working on this for 3 months, and he didn't spend time saying,
Do you think it took
this take didn't go good. We need to film it again.
Do you think it took him
I'm gonna
3 months to memorize these lines?
I'm gonna watch fucking. I'm gonna watch Ric Flair's last match again. This is the worst thing I've seen all day.
Mrs. Church said she ate one of your quesadillas.
Damn it, woman!
The work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself. Right?
Wait,
I'm
hold
human.
up.
And
hold up.
Both of you simultaneously. All right.
Wait, you're being remorseful. You're being remorseful without being ashamed. Please,
You know,
Larry.
I feel bad that I did something that was wrong and hurt you, but I don't feel bad as a person that I did it. I just feel bad because I know it's socially unacceptable. That's the thing a sociopath would say.
So it's like I'm not sorry I did it. I'm sorry I was caught. Is that essentially what he's saying?
Yeah. I'm not sorry I did it. I'm sorry I did it on national television and you all saw it.
He's saying he wants to feel remorse for his actions without feeling hurt by his actions.
Right.
So it's kind of like when I say it's totally moral to break any gun laws.
No,
well, it is.
No,
it's like when you say it's just the tip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the wrong one.
made a mistake, and
no, you committed assault.
I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit.
Hold up.
I would say to those people,
hold up. Maybe you should think of yourself as a piece of shit. Maybe you should say, God damn, I acted like a piece of shit. Why did I act like a piece of shit? What can I do to not be such a piece of shit? How can I demonstrate through my actions that I realize I was a piece of shit and I don't want to be, and I want to be a better person? I mean, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking.
Hold up.
But
there wasn't anything confusing about it.
It wasn't confusing. You slapped somebody. that was,
Slap the
that was
fuck
pretty
out of
clear
Chris.
cut.
Not just somebody. You slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. That's what you did.
It's pretty
There's no
pretty clear
confusion
cut.
about it.
The fucking zebra from Madagascar. How dare you?
Right? Son of a bitch.
Say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, you know,
You can do all that and slap as many people as you want to, though.
Yeah, sometimes
Like, these
slapping
things
people
don't
is
have
funny.
to be mutually exclusive.
But also, you notice he doesn't say, I'm going to do better. He's just saying, I'm going to give life and love and laughter into the world. Like, bruh. To say, hey, I'm not going to, on national television, take my anger out by slapping a motherfucker. I'm not going to do that anymore. Which makes me think he's going to do it again.
if you hang on,
I hope he does.
Do we
I
think
promise
he's
we'll be able to be friends again.
Can we get through these last 10 seconds, please?
Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
I think he's
See,
got
that was
serious
it.
mental issues. And I think he's kind of doped up on psych meds right now. And he's reading a prompter.
Well, here I pulled up
I mean-
that Instagram video that we were
What
talking
Instagram
about.
video?
Share that.
This one.
Oh, the one about him. The one of him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
not
this
wanting
one.
to be filmed.
You know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me
Oh my goodness.
if you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just.
Would you say that
Hold
she
up, hold
helped
up, hold
us
up.
heal the hurts that we
Hold
caused?
up.
Okay.
Does that look like a man who's healed? Because he's like holding his arms like he's afraid like he's going to get hit.
Oh yeah. No, he looks.
Well, this is old. This isn't new.
It is.
No, I know. It's old. But my point is this sequence, does it look like Will's afraid Jada's going to smack him in the face?
Oh yeah.
Yes. I mean, but we kind of like. I think everyone understands that. No, I
Except
think
for
everyone
Will, apparently.
understands that Jada. No, I think he understands it too. But I think he's gotten himself into a corner where he can't leave.
I mean, his kids are adults.
Yes, but she will
And-
take everything.
Now they got a prenup.
Do they?
Yeah.
Are you 100% on that? Because that's the only reason that I can imagine that he would still be in
I'll-
this relationship.
Here's
I'll
the
look
thing.
that up
He-
after we finish
he's got
this. but
he's
yeah.
got a whole complex because of how his mom and dad fell apart. So he's got that sort of deal going on. He doesn't want to do what his dad did.
Well, here let's do this last 18 seconds because I think that he starts freaking out after this part.
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start roll. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you?
Yeah, we can tell how much she's helped you guys. I mean, I hope baby Jesus comes to Will Smith and helps him deal with his problems.
Yeah.
And tells him, hey, Will, you should totally leave Jada because that bitch is crazy.
Mrs. Church, who is much more invested in Will Smith than I will ever be, has something to weigh in here. Will Smith doesn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave his first marriage, but respected his ex-wife's decision. So maybe it does have to do with
the
Go
dad thing.
So,
Yeah.
According to this, they reportedly don't have a prenup. according to Showbiz cheat sheet,
I'm
millions
I'm
of dollars could be at stake if Will and Jada decide to divorce.
I'm gonna press X to doubt on that. I mean, they may have a prenup, it's just not officially registered somewhere.
Excuse me.
Or Will could have his assets structured in such a way that they're all in the kid go to the kids, so she can't really take it.
That's fair. I don't know. Everything I'm saying says that they do not.
So
I mean, it's possible they don't,
But-
but I don't believe it.
But I think I think you're onto something though with talking about he has like some sort of weird thing with his parents, and that's why he's still with her. Has nothing to
Yeah,
do with whether there's millions of dollars on the line. He's just trying so hard not to be his dad that he's becoming worse and just becoming a
He
little
actually-
bitch.
He actually talked about how he could have threw his dad down the stairs and he could have gotten away with it because he's a great actor.
no, I mean,
Like,
not
no
according to
word,
this.
Will. I mean, yeah. So I mean,
oh man,
again, hope and pray that baby Jesus comes to Will and says, "Hey, Will, bro, you deserve better than what you're getting here. You need to move on." Or at the very least say, "Hey, Jada, you got like 3 or 4 side pieces. Pick one of them and leave Will."
Honestly, I kind of
So-
think that's what he's waiting for. Like he doesn't want to do the dirty work.
so I figure we'll probably do a shorter show this evening. Probably close up after a little after an hour.
That's
Just
fair.
because it's Sunday, everybody has to work.
And Rune's not
But
here.
yeah, Rune's not here. But there are 2 more things I want to bring up. The first of which, a previous guest on the show, Andy Worski, aka Adam Worski, aka Andy
Race.
Worski. He has a boxing match coming up, I believe, August 27th in the UK.
I mean,
Against
Andy's doing real good with the whole MMA deal.
Against a gentleman by the name of Salt Poppy. Now, I have watched a few of Salt Poppy's sparring and boxing videos,
Okay.
and the kid's not much to play with. Like he's very, very confident in his ability. Now I don't know if that's just because he went against people that didn't know how to box, or if he is really just that damn good. But what I will say, and Andy came out today on Twitter and explained the reason there haven't been a lot of promos of sparring and stuff like that is because he wants to take every bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Advantage to the ring with them that he can.
Yeah, precautions.
And not knowing how he fights is going to be an advantage in his favor.
yeah.
I made the suggestion to him today that he needs to fucking Dempsey roll Salt Poppy. Larry, are you familiar with the Dempsey roll?
I'm not. Please elaborate.
Oh yes. Let me pull up. There's a very fine YouTube video that explains the Dempsey roll.
Now, while you're doing that, Church, I haven't got a chance to watch any of Salt Poppy's sparring yet, but he looks like he
Yeah.
would be slower than Andy.
Yeah.
Like,
All
that
right,
would be
here
his
we go.
advantage. Okay, yeah, pull this up.
I mean,
Oh no, I've got the video here.
I imagine Andy's just imagining anybody he's fighting is Baked or Ethan Ralph
Or Tonka.
or Tonka.
All right, let this thing load up here.
This is the Dempsey roll. It was used to topple a giant. The man who created it was Jack Dempsey, the Manasseh Mauler. The man being toppled is Jess Willard, heavyweight champion of the world. Willard was a head taller and 60 pounds heavier than Dempsey, but he would endure what would come to be known as the most brutal beatdown in boxing history.
Look at that motherfucker just laying blows. So he's going to go through and He's going to go through and kind of point out the steps of what created the Dempsey roll, as it was
Dempsey
called.
was known for his extreme aggression, and his punches matched his personality. But at the same time, Dempsey put a lot of thought and subtlety into the mechanics of his boxing. In any given match, his opponent could go down from a wild swing or a tight, well-structured punch.
Look at that.
The Dempsey
Just
roll was not
fucking
one move,
just dropped him.
but a combination of punches built of Dempsey's unorthodox techniques that
Wham,
happened to result
wham,
in one of the most beautiful
wham,
knockdowns ever
crack.
recorded on film. And the first pieces of it are what Dempsey names in his book as the drop step and trigger step. The drop step is how Dempsey began each punch to build momentum. He would lean all of his weight onto his front leg and then quickly lift it up. This triggered his back leg to save him from falling, quickly pushing him forward. This technique allowed Dempsey to
He basically falls on your fucking face with his fist.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first. That's the trigger, the down step, the trigger step. That's what that is. I think that's what he gets into here.
put all of his weight into each punch,
Yeah.
as he was essentially falling forward into his opponent and catching himself with his fist on their face. Dempsey spent pages in his book explaining how stepping into his punches massively increased his power, regardless of how close or how far away he was. For him, balance was not something to be maintained, but a tool to be manipulated for more force. As well as using drop steps, Dempsey also liked to shift into his punches. This brings us to the next part of the Dempsey roll. Dempsey's figure eight bobs and weaves. Dempsey would switch into southpaw and back to chase after his opponents, bobbing and weaving to get close enough to throw a power blow, often making a figure eight motion with his head as he did so. He would angle his steps, both to cut off the ring and take him offline. His weaving motion blended seamlessly into his punch and helped load it up with even more momentum.
I mean, this man is just a fucking machine.
Yeah. He's-
I haven't watched this footage in
Fucking
so long.
freight
It makes me
train.
so happy. And he was only like what? He was like Ralph's height.
yeah. Yeah. Well, he was taller than 5'1", I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think the canon height for Ethan Ralph is what 5'6", according to people who have witnessed him live and have no
Yeah.
reason to lie on the subject.
Yeah, but, you know, 5'1".
5'1".
He used the same figure eight motion to put his head offline and load up each punch in his Dempsey roll. This brings us to the last technique from Dempsey's book, the shoulder whirl. The shoulder whirl was Dempsey's way of explaining what is now commonly called the elastic band principle. It involves stretching your muscles as far as they can go until they whip back, like pulling on and then releasing a rubber band. Now let's look at how each piece fit into the Dempsey roll. First, Dempsey gets off angle and then shifts his weight forward with his drop step, quickly gaining distance. He ducks under Wheeler's jab with his bob and weave motion, putting his head offline and transferring his weight. From here, it's bob and weave shifting combined with the shoulder whirl. The first three punches knock Wheeler's guard from side to side, and the fourth one connects with full force. Dempsey put
That is the Dempsey roll there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, again,
I think we should.
Andy's got a lot. Andy's got a lot of stuff in the can that he needs to get out because the people he wants to get it out on don't want to fight him, especially Ethan Ralph,
Yeah.
convicted sex offender.
But am I right in my assumption, Church, that Andy most likely is going to have speed as an advantage, but Salt Poppy is going to have more power behind him?
I don't know, because if you've
Okay.
seen how fucking jacked worse he's getting,
He's still small.
Like-
he still looks smaller, though.
no, they're going to be
Yeah,
in the
like-
same weight class. They're going to be 185.
Oh, really?
And
He's,
that-
he's going up to
that-
185?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Holy
at 170 something now.
Damn. Good luck, Andy.
He's there. I mean, by the time this fight happens, he'll have to cut weight.
I mean,
He's
If it's
eating
regulated
fucking
that way.
7,000 calories a day right now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I did that in high school.
Yeah, I did it before I had kids. Now I can eat like 1,300 calories a day and fucking die. But no, that's the elusive Dempsey roll. And the only reason I bring it up is because when the Tonka fight was going on, Jim put out a tweet that Andy Worski was going to Dempsey roll in fucking Indianapolis, and I just know it will make
Forgot about
Potato
that.
Man pop. I just know it will make Potato Man pop if Andy rolls out a Dempsey roll on old
By the
Salt
way,
Poppy.
what'd you guys think of Jim playing the video of his being doxxed and
his swatting.
swatted?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
great. That was such a power move.
And the cops were like, "Listen, we're all here because we don't have anything else to do."
Yeah. Well, didn't he get swatted again last night?
He did
as well.
He got swatted last night.
Yeah, and they came to check his gas, I guess.
Yeah, somebody called in that there was a gas leak or something at his address. It was so good. I ordered a hat from the hat merchant.
Okay, good.
But have you got the shirt for $19.95 that says "I've given more money to Jim than either I've given to his job"?
I was debating buying that, but nobody in my actual life will understand what that shirt is, and I don't want to have to explain 7 years of internet lore to people.
If I were doing that, kind of a bit, I would actually give like 50% of my profits to Ethan Ralph's child.
I bet he
but
does.
you're not a simple hat merchant, Larry. You don't understand.
I mean,
You're just a merchant.
Hats don't have a good profit margin.
He's getting $35 for a fucking $15 hat.
Hmm.
You understand that hat probably costs $4 from the wholesaler. So there's like tons of markups on that hat.
It's probably even less than that because it's probably one of May's relatives back home.
No. Anyway, last thing I wanted to bring up before we get out of here. She-Hulk and Daredevil as a movie?
No.
Or a show or whatever it is?
No.
Well, hold on.
I mean, it should be.
Larry made a good point.
Fine.
If they give us a Phoenix Wright type superhero attorney show, I'll watch the fuck out of that.
But instead,
I'll watch it, but Ricada has to be like their contact for like law stuff.
Oh,
no, Ricada has to be in it as a villain.
What's going on with all the pictures of women stepping on Ricada at some anime convention?
Do you not want women in anime costumes stepping on you at a convention, Larry?
No.
No.
That sounds like a you guys problem.
I mean, I didn't know Nick was into that sort of thing. But I mean, man does have like 12, 13 kids, so.
Larry, balls or no balls?
Balls?
On your Futanari, balls, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if they're the penis, there have to be balls.
Right.
Otherwise,
it's
just
weird.
Unnatural.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
That's a great place to leave the show, ladies and gentlemen.
And
Get
I
us
blame
out of here, Ayrton.
Rune for this.
You blame Rune?
Yeah, I blame Rune for this for not being here.
Oh, that's fair. But anyway.
Yeah, it is his fault.
Well, good night, everybody.
He'll know better next time. Bye, guys.